Hello, I'm Brian Tracy. Today I want to tell you about 10 things you must improve every day to unlock your full potential and achieve the success you've always dreamed of. Are you ready to change your dreams? Let's begin. Imagine waking up every day with a sense of anticipation, excitement, and possibility. Picture a day ahead where challenges are met with optimism, and even the most difficult tasks are tackled with a belief that you can overcome them. This is the power of positive thinking, the first, and perhaps most crucial habit that will transform your life day after day. Now, let's start by understanding what positive thinking truly means. It's more than just thinking happy thoughts or wearing a smile. It's a mindset, a conscious choice to approach life's challenges with a sense of confidence, resilience, and possibility. It's about controlling your internal dialogue, shaping your thoughts, and using them as tools to move forward. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring problems. It doesn't mean pretending everything is fine when it's not. No, it's about reframing those problems, shifting your perspective so you can see them not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow. It's about knowing that within every challenge, there's a lesson to be learned, a skill to be developed, or a strength to be discovered. Let me take you back to a story from my own life, one that changed my perspective on positive thinking forever. Many years ago, when I was just starting out in my career, I faced a challenge that felt insurmountable. I had just launched a new project, one that I believed had the potential to change everything. But as things often go in life, the project quickly began to unravel. There were setbacks, delays, and failures at every turn. I found myself in a place of despair, questioning my decisions, doubting my abilities. One evening, after another long day of frustration, I went for a walk to clear my mind. I remember looking up at the stars, feeling a sense of overwhelming insignificance. In that moment, I could have easily chosen to give in to negative thoughts, to let the doubt consume me. But something inside me pushed back. I reminded myself that I had faced challenges before, and I had always come through them stronger. So I made a choice right then and there. I chose to think positively. Not in some naive, unrealistic way, but in a practical sense, choosing to believe that I could find a solution, that I could learn from these setbacks, and that I could still make this project a success. The next day, I approached the problem from a different angle. I reframed every setback as a lesson, every delay as an opportunity to improve. And slowly but surely, the tide began to turn. The project was far from perfect, but it was a success. And more importantly, I had learned the invaluable power of maintaining a positive mindset in the face of adversity. This is why positive thinking is not just an abstract concept, it's a real practical tool. When you approach each day with positivity, you empower yourself to take control of your circumstances. You stop being a victim of your situations and start being the creator of your reality. You move from a place of helplessness to a place of strength, from a place of doubt to a place of confidence. Think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you faced challenges that seemed overwhelming? And how many times have you allowed negativity to cloud your judgment, to steer you away from the solutions that were right in front of you? When you choose to think positively, you open the door to possibility. You begin to see things from a new perspective, and that's where real change happens. But I know that positive thinking isn't always easy. Life can throw curveballs, and it can be difficult to stay positive when things are going wrong. But that's precisely why you must practice it daily. Positive thinking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. It doesn't happen overnight, but over time you'll notice a shift in your mindset. You'll find that even in the toughest of times, you can remain optimistic, you can stay focused, and you can keep moving forward. One of the key elements of positive thinking is the idea of self-talk. What are you telling yourself when you wake up in the morning? Are you telling yourself that today will be a great day? Or are you already anticipating the challenges and frustrations that lie ahead? The words you speak to yourself have immense power. They shape your thoughts, which in turn shape your actions, and ultimately, they shape your life. So each morning, take a moment to set the tone for your day. Choose words that empower you. Tell yourself that you are capable, that you are resilient, and that no matter what comes your way, you will handle it with grace and determination. When you fill your mind with positive affirmations, you align your actions with your goals, and that's when success begins to follow. The impact of positive thinking extends beyond just your internal world. It influences your relationships, your work, and your health. When you think positively, you attract positive energy. You become someone others want to be around, someone who inspires and motivates others. Your energy is contagious, and before long, you'll find that you're not just improving your own life, but the lives of those around you as well. Here's the key takeaway from this part: positive thinking is not a passive state of mind. It is an active choice that you make every single day. The more you choose it, the more you will see its effects ripple through every area of your life. And as you do, you will begin to unlock your true potential. As we continue through this journey, remember that positive thinking is the foundation on which all other improvements are built. It sets the stage for everything else. If you can master your thoughts, if you can stay positive even in the face of adversity, you will be amazed at the opportunities that unfold before you. In the next part, we'll dive into the importance of another essential habit: clarity of purpose. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your thoughts today. Are they positive? Are they pushing you toward your goals? If not, start today. Choose to think positively and watch how your world transforms. I want you to think about a time in your life when you had absolute clarity about what you wanted. A moment when you woke up with a purpose, a goal, a vision that drove you forward. Can you recall that feeling? The excitement, the focus, the unwavering sense of direction? Now think about those times when you felt lost, uncertain, or directionless. Maybe it was during a time of confusion, a moment where you didn't know exactly where you were heading. It's a difficult feeling, isn't it? That lack of clarity can drain your energy, your motivation, and your ability to take decisive action. Clarity of purpose is the second habit that can truly transform your life. Without it, you wander aimlessly, chasing distractions, reacting to the world around you, rather than proactively shaping your own future. With it, however, you gain a sense of control, a vision that pulls you forward, and the drive to take deliberate steps toward your goals every single day. In my own life, I've experienced both ends of the spectrum. I remember when I was starting my career, I was excited, but I was also unclear about my purpose. I had many ideas, many dreams, but no clear direction. I thought I could do everything, be everything, and that by trying to pursue multiple paths, I would somehow figure it out. But all it led to was scattered effort and frustration. It wasn't until one evening, when I took a step back and really asked myself a simple but profound question, that things started to change. I asked myself, what is it that I truly want to accomplish? What is the one thing that, if I focused on it, would make everything else easier? That question forced me to dig deeper, to uncover my true passion, my true purpose. And when I finally had that clarity, everything changed. My energy became focused. My decisions became easier. Every action I took, no matter how small, was aligned with that purpose. When you have clarity of purpose, you begin to see the world through a new lens. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. Your choices become more deliberate, your actions more consistent, and your path forward clearer. It's not that the road becomes easier, but you now know exactly where you're going, and that makes all the difference. The problem most people face is that they are unclear about their purpose. They might have a vague idea of what they want, but it's not specific enough to guide their daily actions. Clarity is about honing in on what truly matters to you, what resonates deeply with your values and desires, and then narrowing your focus to that. Let me take you through an exercise that might help you gain that clarity. Take a moment, pause, and reflect. Picture your ideal future. Picture where you want to be in the next 5 years. What does that future look like? What kind of life do you want to create? Now narrow it down. What is the one thing, the one goal, that if you focused on it exclusively, would bring you closer to that future? Perhaps it's building a successful business. Perhaps it's mastering a skill, or perhaps it's something more personal, like improving your relationships or your health. Whatever it is, once you have that clarity, write it down. Make it tangible. Clarity of purpose is not just about what you want to achieve, but about knowing why you want to achieve it. The why is your deeper motivation, the driving force that keeps you going when things get tough. When your purpose is clear and your why is strong, obstacles begin to look like minor hurdles, and challenges become stepping stones. It's also important to understand that clarity of purpose is a continual process. It's not something you find once and then forget about. Your purpose may evolve over time as you grow and gain new experiences. The key is to regularly check in with yourself and ensure that your actions align with your core purpose. This can be done through reflection, journaling, or even having regular conversations with yourself about where you are and where you want to go. Here's the lesson I want you to take away: clarity is the foundation for everything else. Without clarity, everything becomes a struggle. With clarity, you create momentum. You know what to say yes to and what to say no to. You start saying yes to the things that truly matter and no to the distractions that derail you from your path. Remember, this clarity of purpose is not a luxury, it is a necessity for success. Without it, you can't possibly know where you're going or how to get there. But when you find your purpose, you will feel an inner power that propels you forward, and that will make all the difference in your journey. Let me ask you a question. How often do you find yourself overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks on your plate? How many times do you sit down to work only to feel scattered, distracted, or unable to focus on the task at hand? Now, imagine if you could eliminate those distractions, if you could block out the noise, and direct all of your energy toward the one thing that truly matters in the moment. Imagine if you could be so focused, so productive, that you made remarkable progress every single day. This is the power of productivity and focus, the third habit that will propel you toward your goals. When you master the ability to focus your attention and increase your productivity, you unlock the ability to achieve extraordinary things. I know firsthand how challenging this can be. In the early days of my career, I struggled with productivity. I had a million ideas, 1,000 things I wanted to do, but I often found myself jumping from one task to another without ever completing anything. I was busy, but I wasn't productive. I was working hard, but I wasn't working smart. One day I realized that if I wanted to achieve my goals, I had to stop being busy and start being productive. I needed to focus. But focus wasn't something that came easily to me. It required a deliberate effort, a shift in how I approach my work. I had to learn to eliminate distractions, to prioritize, and to work with purpose. I remember one of the first changes I made was to begin each day by identifying my most important task, the one thing that, if I accomplished it, would move me closer to my larger goals. And I made a commitment to focus exclusively on that task until it was completed. No distractions, no interruptions, just pure, uninterrupted focus. This was not easy. In fact, it was often uncomfortable. But as I continued to practice this habit, something amazing happened. My productivity skyrocketed. I started completing tasks faster, more efficiently, and with higher quality. And more importantly, I began to feel a sense of accomplishment at the end of each day, rather than frustration. So how can you apply this to your life? First, let's talk about prioritization. The key to productivity is knowing where to focus your energy. We live in a world filled with distractions, and it's easy to get caught up in the small, insignificant tasks that don't contribute to our larger goals. But productivity is about being selective with how you spend your time. You must learn to prioritize the tasks that matter most. One powerful technique I use is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. To apply this, ask yourself, what are the 20% of tasks that will yield 80% of the results I want? Identify those key tasks and focus on them. Let go of the rest. Next, let's discuss eliminating distractions. The modern world is full of distractions: social media, emails, phone notifications, and endless to-do lists. These distractions can sap your focus and steal your productivity if you're not careful. It's critical that you create an environment that supports your focus. This might mean turning off your phone, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, or even setting boundaries with those around you to protect your time. Another technique I recommend is the Pomodoro technique, working in focused bursts of 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. This helps to keep your mind fresh and your focus sharp. You can repeat this cycle throughout the day, with longer breaks after every 4 Pomodoro sessions. The key is to maintain that deep focus during those 25-minute intervals, free from distractions. But perhaps the most powerful tool for productivity is self-discipline. Without self-discipline, even the best laid plans will fall apart. It's easy to give in to the temptation of checking your phone or starting another task when you should be focused on the one at hand. But when you cultivate self-discipline, you learn to say no to distractions and yes to your priorities. You develop the ability to stay on track, to keep going when things get tough, and to push through moments of procrastination. Let me share with you a personal story. There was a time when I was working on an important project that had a tight deadline. I was juggling multiple tasks, and it seemed like the more I tried to do, the less I was accomplishing. I realized that I needed to make a change. I decided to block out a specific time each day where I would focus solely on this project and nothing else. I told myself, no distractions, no interruptions. This is the time to get things done. The first day was difficult. My mind kept wandering, and I found myself tempted by other tasks. But as I stuck with it, something incredible happened. My focus sharpened. I began to make real progress. And by the end of the week, I had completed the project ahead of schedule. This is the power of focus and productivity. When you make a commitment to focus and you create the right conditions for productivity, you can accomplish far more than you ever thought possible. But here's the key lesson: productivity is not about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about knowing where to focus your energy and eliminating distractions that prevent you from making meaningful progress. It's about creating habits and systems that support your success rather than hinder it. Remember, your ability to focus and be productive is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. With it, you can turn even the most ambitious goals into reality. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. Think about something in your life that you've worked on consistently. It could be your fitness, your career, relationship, or a personal goal. What happened when you put in consistent effort? Did you see results? Now, think about times when you've been inconsistent. Maybe you started something with enthusiasm, only to lose momentum a few weeks later. What happened then? Most likely you didn't achieve the results you wanted, did you? This is the power of consistency in actions, the fourth habit that, when cultivated, leads to extraordinary success. Consistency is the key that unlocks progress. It is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's easy to get excited about something at the beginning, but it's the ability to continue taking action, day after day, that makes all the difference. When I look back on my own journey, I can see how the power of consistency shaped my life. Early on, I was driven by passion and excitement. I would start new projects, set ambitious goals, and take action with great energy. But I quickly realized that success isn't built on just bursts of enthusiasm. It's built on consistent effort, no matter how small the steps may seem. I remember when I first started speaking professionally. The road wasn't easy. It was a constant battle of highs and lows. Some days were filled with excitement and energy, but many days were difficult. I would face rejection, failure, and setbacks. It was in those moments that I had to remind myself of the importance of consistency. I had to keep showing up, keep taking action, and trust that, over time, the results would come. Consistency is about making progress, even if that progress is small. It's about committing to the process, not just the outcome. If you want to build a successful business, it's not about having one great month or one big deal. It's about consistently doing the right things day in and day out, even when the results aren't immediate. If you want to get in shape, it's not about working out for a few days and then giving up. It's about making exercise a part of your daily routine, regardless of how you feel in the moment. One of the most powerful lessons I've learned is that small, consistent actions compound over time. In fact, the biggest breakthroughs in life often come not from giant leaps, but from consistent, incremental progress. Think about the snowball effect. A small snowball starts at the top of a hill, and as it rolls down, it picks up more and more snow, growing bigger and bigger. That's how success works. The little things you do each day may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they add up and create massive results. I remember when I began to build my speaking business. At first, I didn't have a large following. I didn't have the fame or recognition that I have today. But I was committed to consistency. I would speak to anyone who would listen. I worked on improving my speeches, practicing every day, and reaching out to new opportunities. I didn't let setbacks discourage me. I kept going, because I understood that consistency was the key to long-term success. Let me ask you, how can you apply this principle of consistency to your own life? What small daily actions can you take that will move you closer to your goals? Here's the truth: the secret to success is not doing one big thing perfectly, it's doing many small things consistently. It's about building the right habits and sticking to them, even when it's tough. The more consistent you are, the more trust you build with yourself. You'll begin to see progress, even in the areas that once seemed impossible. But consistency requires discipline. It requires the ability to keep going when motivation fades, when you don't feel like it, or when the rewards seem distant. It requires a mindset that says, I will keep moving forward, no matter what. It also requires patience. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, persistence, and the willingness to keep showing up. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but you have to trust the process. Stay the course, and remember that every small action is bringing you closer to where you want to be. I want you to think about one area of your life where you've been inconsistent. Maybe it's your health, your work, or your personal development. What's one small action you can take every day to improve in that area? Or commit to that action. No matter how small it seems, stick with it. Do it every single day. Watch how consistency transforms your results. Remember, consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up every day, doing what you need to do, and trusting that over time, those small actions will add up to something extraordinary. In the next part, we'll explore self-discipline, the cornerstone that supports all of these habits and ensures that you stay consistent, focused, and on track. But for now, reflect on how you can incorporate consistency into your daily life. What actions can you commit to today, and how will you ensure that you stay consistent? Because at the end of the day, it's the consistent actions that will create the extraordinary results you're seeking. Keep showing up. Keep moving forward. And trust that, one day at a time, you will achieve the success you've always wanted. Let's take a moment to think about the word self-discipline. For many people, it may evoke images of strict routines, endless sacrifices, or pushing through uncomfortable situations. But at its core, self-discipline is about the ability to control yourself, to make decisions that align with your long-term goals, even when short-term temptations arise. In my own life, self-discipline has been the key to nearly every success I've had. Early on in my career, I knew I had big goals, but what I didn't know was how challenging it would be to stay disciplined in the face of distractions and setbacks. There were times when I felt like quitting, times when I was tempted to give up, or times when I wanted to indulge in something easy and comfortable instead of pushing forward. But each time I chose to exercise self-discipline, whether it was staying late to work on a project, saying no to distractions, or resisting the urge to procrastinate, I moved closer to my goals. Self-discipline became my most trusted ally, the force that helped me turn my aspirations into reality. The truth is, self-discipline is not about forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. It's about doing the things you need to do, even when you don't feel like it, because you understand that those actions will lead you to your desired future. I remember the days when I was trying to grow my business and I had to learn how to be disciplined with my time. I had a million things on my plate, calls to make, emails to send, meetings to attend, but I realized that if I didn't take control of my time would control me. So I created a schedule. I set specific goals for each day, and I made sure I followed through. Even when the tasks were difficult, or I didn't feel like doing them, I stuck to my plan. That was the key to my success. When you have self-discipline, you have the ability to keep moving forward, even when things are tough, even when you feel tired, and even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It is the foundation upon which all other success habits are built. Without self-discipline, all of your best intentions will remain just that, intentions. Self-discipline is also about making the right decisions, even in the smallest moments. For example, it's easy to think that the little habits don't matter. Skipping a workout here, watching a little too much TV there, putting off an important task, these things seem insignificant in the moment. But those small choices add up, and over time, they can lead you off course. On the other hand, when you consistently make decisions that align with your goals, whether it's getting up early, working on your most important task, or avoiding distractions, those small actions compound, and you start to see the results. A key part of self-discipline is also the ability to delay gratification. In today's world, we're constantly surrounded by instant gratification. We can get things now: entertainment, food, information, and even success in an instant. But the truth is, lasting success requires us to delay immediate pleasure in favor of long-term rewards. When I was building my career, there were many times when I could have taken the easy route, taken a shortcut, made a quick decision to earn a bit of money or recognition. But I knew that the real rewards came from staying committed, from focusing on what was important, and from making sacrifices in the short term to achieve the bigger picture. Self-discipline also requires us to keep promises to ourselves. Often we're great at keeping promises to others, but we're not as reliable when it comes to the commitments we make to ourselves. If you say you're going to wake up early to work on your goals, do it. If you say you're going to eat healthily, stick to it. When you follow through on your commitments, you build trust with yourself. And when you have that trust, you become unstoppable. It's easy to blame circumstances or external factors for our lack of success. But the truth is, self-discipline is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and your life. It's about realizing that success is not handed to you on a silver platter, it is earned day by day through disciplined actions. I want you to think about your own life for a moment. Where could you use more self-discipline? Where are you letting distractions, bad habits, or weak decisions pull you off track? What can you do today to take control of your actions and move closer to your goals? Remember, self-discipline is not something you're born with, it's something you develop. It's a muscle that you can strengthen over time. The more you practice self-discipline, the easier it becomes. And soon, It will be second nature. How self-discipline plays a crucial role in turning your dreams into concrete, achievable goals. But for now, focus on building the habit of self-discipline. Start small, stay consistent, and keep pushing forward, because the power to achieve anything you desire lies within your ability to stay disciplined. When you have self-discipline, you not only take control of your actions, you take control of your life. And that is where true success begins. Let's take a moment to consider the people in your life, the relationships you've built, the connections you've made. Have you ever stopped to think about how those connections have shaped your success? I've always believed that success in life is not just about what you know, it's also about who you know and how well you cultivate those relationships. Building meaningful connections is one of the most powerful ways to elevate your life, both personally and professionally. When I reflect on my own journey, I can clearly see how the relationships I've nurtured along the way have had a profound impact on my success. Early on, I understood that no one achieves success alone. We all need others to help us along the way, whether it's through mentorship, collaboration, partnerships, or simply the support of friends and family. But building connections is about adding value to others. It's not just about what you can get from people, but rather what you can offer them. Think about the most successful people you know. Chances are they've built a network of strong, positive relationships. They've surrounded themselves with people who challenge them, support them, and help them grow. These relationships are based on trust, respect, and mutual benefit. I remember early in my career when I was just starting to get my message out there. I wasn't as well known as I am today, and I didn't have the large platform that some of the top speakers had. But I realized that if I wanted to succeed, I needed to connect with people who could help me grow and open doors for me. I reached out to other speakers, mentors, and people in the industry. I built relationships with them, not with the intention of taking from them, but with the genuine desire to learn and grow together. One of the most important things I learned during this time was the value of authenticity. People can sense when you're being genuine and when you're simply trying to use them for your own benefit. Building lasting connections requires sincerity and honesty. People appreciate when you take an interest in them, when you listen, and when you show up with a willingness to help without expecting anything in return. Another key element of building connections is networking, not in the traditional transactional sense, but in a way that focuses on creating meaningful bonds. Networking is not just about exchanging business cards or making superficial contacts. True networking is about creating a web of relationships where everyone is committed to helping one another. It's about giving without expecting anything in return and building a reputation as someone who adds value to the lives of others. I've often said that your network is your net worth. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, your opportunities, and your growth. Take a moment to think about your own network. Are you surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support you in your goals? Or are you spending too much time with people who bring you down, who don't share your values, or who don't help you grow? Building strong connections also means being a giver, not just a taker. People are more likely to help you if they see that you're genuinely interested in helping them. Look for ways to offer value, whether it's through sharing knowledge, offering support, or helping others connect with people who can benefit them. The more you give, the more you'll receive in return. And don't forget about the power of mentorship. Having mentors, people who have been where you want to go, can dramatically accelerate your growth. Mentors offer wisdom, guidance, and perspective that you simply can't get on your own. They challenge you, hold you accountable, and help you avoid the pitfalls that can derail your progress. In my own life, I've been fortunate to have mentors who helped me navigate the early stages of my career, and their wisdom was invaluable in helping me achieve success. Building connections is also about diversity, not just in terms of background, but in experiences, skills, and perspectives. When you surround yourself with a diverse group of people, you open yourself up to new ideas and ways of thinking. These connections expand your horizons and push you to grow in ways you might not have anticipated. So how can you begin building stronger connections in your own life? Start by focusing on the value you can provide to others. Take time to really get to know the people around you, whether it's a colleague, a mentor, or someone you meet at an event. Ask questions, listen actively, and show genuine interest in their lives and goals. Offer your help and support when you can. Be authentic in every interaction and look for opportunities to build meaningful, long-term relationships. As you build these connections, remember that the quality of your relationships is far more important than the quantity. A few strong, positive relationships will serve you far better than a large network of superficial connections. In the next part, we'll explore continuous learning and how the connections you build can help you grow and develop in ways you never imagined. But for now, focus on the relationships in your life. Who can you connect with today? How can you add value to their life and deepen the bonds you share? Because ultimately, your success is a reflection of the people you surround yourself with, and the relationships you build will be one of your greatest assets. Remember, building connections is not about using people, it's about creating a network of support, encouragement, and growth. When you do that, you'll find that the doors to success begin to open more easily, and you'll be surrounded by people who help you become the best version of yourself. Let's take a moment to reflect on the idea of continuous learning. In today's fast-paced world, the ability to constantly evolve, grow, and adapt has become more important than ever before. But learning doesn't stop after school, or after you've attended a seminar, or read a book. True learning is a lifelong process, and the most successful people in the world are those who have committed themselves to learning every single day. I can't stress enough how critical this is. Early in my career, I realized that while knowledge was important, the ability to keep learning was what sets successful people apart from everyone else. It's not enough to have knowledge, you need to continually seek more, expand your horizons, and develop new skills. This mindset of continuous learning has been one of the cornerstones of my own success. I remember a time when I was just starting to build my career. I felt like I had learned enough to succeed, but then I realized that what had gotten me to one point wouldn't necessarily get me to the next. The world was changing, new trends, new technology, and new ideas were constantly emerging. If I didn't keep learning, I would fall behind. So I made the decision that learning would become a permanent part of my life. I began reading more books, listening to tapes, attending seminars, and seeking out people who were experts in areas I wanted to learn about. The more I learned, the more I realized how much I didn't know. This realization was not discouraging, but liberating. It meant there was always something new to discover, always a way to improve, always a new way to get ahead. I understood that the process of learning itself was an endless journey, and that is where the excitement lies. You see, the world doesn't reward you for what you know, it rewards you for how well you apply what you know, and how much you are willing to keep learning and growing. Whether it's mastering new skills, exploring new ideas, or deepening your understanding of the world around you, continuous learning keeps you relevant, sharp, and prepared for the challenges ahead. But learning isn't just about acquiring knowledge, it's about action. It's about taking what you've learned and applying it in your life and work. Many people learn and read and attend seminars, but they fail to take action. Knowledge without application is nothing more than information. The real magic happens when you start using what you've learned to improve yourself, solve problems, and achieve your goals. One of the best ways to ensure continuous learning is to make it a habit. It could be something as simple as reading for 30 minutes a day, listening to podcasts or audiobooks during your commute, or taking an online course to develop new skills. The key is to make learning a part of your daily routine, because the more you make it a habit, the easier it becomes to keep growing. Another important aspect of learning is seeking feedback. Often we think we know the answers, but the truth is that we can always improve. Feedback, whether from a mentor, a colleague, or even your own experiences, gives you the opportunity to see things from a different perspective and correct your course. It's important to be open to feedback and to use it as a tool to continuously improve. Over the years, I've learned that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with people who are also committed to learning and growing, you'll find that their mindset rubs off on you. You'll start to think more critically, challenge yourself more, and push yourself to be better. Surrounding yourself with lifelong learners is one of the best ways to accelerate your own growth. But learning isn't just limited to professional development. It extends to personal growth as well. Whether it's developing emotional intelligence, learning how to manage your time better, or improving your relationships, continuous learning applies to all areas of life. The more you grow as a person, the more equipped you'll be to handle the challenges that life throws at you. When you adopt the mindset of continuous learning, you begin to see obstacles as opportunities for growth. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable become lessons in disguise, teaching you valuable skills and knowledge that will serve you in the future. Every mistake, every failure, becomes a stepping stone on the path to success. I want to challenge you today to think about how you can incorporate continuous learning into your own life. What new skill can you learn? What book can you read? What seminar can you attend? The opportunities are endless, and the best time to start is right now. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. And the key to that journey is a commitment to lifelong learning. As long as you're learning, growing, and applying what you learn, you'll continue to move forward, and your potential will be limitless. But for now, commit to making learning a constant part of your life. The world is full of knowledge, and every moment is a chance to learn something new. Embrace that, and your future will be brighter than you can imagine. Because the more you learn, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the more you become the person you were always meant to be. Let's pause and reflect for a moment. Every challenge you face, every obstacle in your path presents an opportunity. But here's the truth: how you respond to those challenges will define your success. When it comes to problem solving, it's not just about finding a solution, it's about innovative problem solving. I've often found that when faced with a problem, many people tend to rely on the same old methods, the same routines, the same solutions they've used in the past. And while those solutions might have worked once, the world changes quickly. The challenges we face today are different from those of yesterday, and they require new ways of thinking. This is where innovation comes in. Innovative problem solving is about approaching problems from new angles. It's about challenging the status quo and questioning the way things have always been done. It's about being willing to experiment, to think creatively, and to explore uncharted territory. Let me share a personal experience with you. Early in my career, I faced a situation that seemed impossible. I was trying to break into the speaking industry, but there were already established experts in the field. The competition was fierce, and I had to find a way to stand out. Most people would have given up, assuming that it was too late to make an impact. But I realized that the key to success wasn't about doing what everyone else was doing, it was about thinking differently, solving problems in a unique way. I began to approach the problem from a different perspective. Instead of competing with the established speakers, I started looking for ways to create something entirely new. I asked myself, what can I do that no one else is doing? What angle can I bring that will add value to people's lives in a way others aren't doing? That's when I started creating my own materials, building my own brand, and offering something fresh to my audience. I didn't have all the answers at first, and the path wasn't always clear. But by adopting an innovative mindset, I was able to solve the problem in a way that set me apart from the competition. And that's the power of innovative problem solving. When you approach problems with creativity, you open up possibilities that others might not even see. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but how do I become more innovative in solving problems well? The first step is to embrace uncertainty. Innovation often requires stepping into the unknown. It's about trying things that haven't been tried before and being okay with the fact that you might fail along the way. But failure isn't something to be afraid of, it's something to learn from. Each failure brings you closer to a solution that works, and every lesson learned from a setback is valuable information. Another crucial aspect of innovative problem solving is collaboration. Many times the best ideas come not from one person, but from a team of people. Surrounding yourself with individuals who have different perspectives, skills, and experiences can help you think in ways you might never have considered. By working together, you can approach problems from multiple angles and come up with creative solutions that you wouldn't have arrived at on your own. One of the most effective ways to foster innovation is by practicing creative thinking regularly. This doesn't mean you need to be a genius or come up with groundbreaking ideas every day. It means making time to think outside the box, to explore new ideas, and to question assumptions. The more you do this, the easier it becomes to develop innovative solutions when challenges arise. There's another important component of problem solving that I want you to consider: looking for patterns. Often, the best solutions come from recognizing patterns in the problems you face. Whether it's looking at how a particular challenge has been solved in the past or identifying recurring obstacles in your life, patterns can offer insight into the most effective ways to overcome them. When you can identify patterns, you can anticipate problems before they occur and find proactive solutions. But perhaps the most important aspect of innovative problem solving is mindset. It all starts with your belief in your ability to solve problems creatively. If you approach challenges with a mindset that there is always a solution, no matter how difficult it seems, you'll begin to find innovative ways to resolve them. This mindset encourages persistence and resourcefulness, and it will keep you moving forward even when things seem impossible. Here's what I want you to remember: problems are not roadblocks, they are opportunities in disguise. Each challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, for creativity, and for learning. By adopting an innovative approach to problem solving, you position yourself to tackle these challenges head-on and come out stronger on the other side. So, the next time you encounter a problem, don't get discouraged. Don't default to the same old ways of solving it. Take a step back, embrace a mindset of creativity, and think about how you can approach the problem in a new way. Be open to learning, experimenting, and collaborating. The solution might not be immediately obvious, but with persistence and innovation, you will find it. But for now, I encourage you to shift your thinking. See every problem as an opportunity to innovate, to grow, and to make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Remember, innovation is not about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions and being open to discovering new solutions. The more you embrace this mindset, the more equipped you'll be to face whatever challenges come your way. Let's pause for a moment and think about something that impacts every single one of us, whether we like it or not. It's a subject that touches every decision we make, every opportunity we pursue, and every step we take toward our goals. I'm talking about financial awareness. Now, I know that for many people, the topic of money can be a bit uncomfortable. Perhaps you're thinking, I don't want to be obsessed with money, or I want to focus on my passion, not the numbers. But here's the truth: financial awareness isn't about being obsessed with money, it's about understanding how money works and using that knowledge to make better decisions. It's about creating a relationship with money that empowers you rather than one that holds you back. I want you to imagine this for a moment. You're working hard, doing what you love, building your dreams. But somehow, no matter how hard you try, you're stuck. There's always something that keeps you from reaching the next level, whether it's the cost of investing in your business, the burden of debt, or simply not having enough to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. How does it feel to be held back by financial limitations? It's frustrating, isn't it? This is why financial awareness is so important. It's about recognizing that your financial situation is a direct reflection of the decisions you make every single day. From how you spend your money, to how you invest it, to how you save for the future, every decision impacts your financial future. But here's the good news: by becoming more aware of your finances, you can take control. You can make choices that lead to financial freedom, and you can build a solid foundation that allows you to reach your goals, not just in business, but in life. I remember early in my career, I wasn't financially aware. I focused all my energy on working harder, on building my skills and creating value. But I neglected the financial side of things. It wasn't until I took a step back and began looking at my finances more closely that I realized how much I had been missing. I wasn't budgeting properly, I wasn't saving enough, and I certainly wasn't investing in my future as I should have been. But the moment I shifted my focus and started paying attention to my financial situation, everything changed. I began to make smarter decisions about how I spent my money. I learned how to invest in opportunities that aligned with my goals. And most importantly, I learned how to create financial freedom by understanding the relationship between money and opportunity. Here's the thing: financial awareness is not just about earning more money. It's about managing the money you have wisely. No matter where you are in your journey, there's always room to improve. Whether you're just starting out or you're already established, understanding your finances will always give you an edge. So how do you become more financially aware? It starts with taking control of your money mindset. This is crucial. Too many people think of money as something that is out of their control, or as something they'll never have enough of. But if you can shift your mindset to see money as a tool, something you can control, manage, and use to create opportunities, you'll start thinking differently about how you spend and save. Next, it's about tracking your income and expenses. I can't tell you how many times I've met people who have no idea where their money goes each month. They work hard, they earn well, but they don't have a clear picture of how much they're actually saving or investing. The first step to financial awareness is knowing exactly where your money is going. Write it down, track every dollar. You might be surprised at where you can cut back and save more. Once you know where your money is going, it's time to create a plan. This could be a budget, a savings plan, or an investment strategy, whatever aligns with your financial goals. The key here is to make sure that you're intentional with your money. Instead of letting it slip through your fingers, decide where it will go. Plan for your future. Remember, what you do with your money today will shape your tomorrow. Investing is another key element of financial awareness. We live in an age where opportunities to invest are more accessible than ever. Whether it's investing in stocks, real estate, or even in yourself through education and personal development, making informed investments can exponentially increase your wealth over time. But here's a crucial point: investing requires knowledge. You need to understand the risks, the rewards, and how each investment fits into your larger financial picture. Don't rush into anything. Take the time to learn, seek advice from experts, and make informed decisions. Finally, let's talk about financial independence. The ultimate goal is to create a life where you are no longer dependent on others for financial support. This doesn't mean becoming a millionaire overnight. It means being in control of your own financial future. It means not worrying about the next paycheck, not being weighed down by debt, and not being limited by financial constraints when opportunities arise. When you have financial awareness, you can start building a future where money works for you, not the other way around. I want you to remember this: financial awareness isn't a one-time fix, it's an ongoing journey. As you continue to grow, so will your financial knowledge. As you continue to develop as a person, so will your ability to make better financial decisions. The key is to always keep learning, always keep improving, and always keep applying the lessons you've learned. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your own financial awareness. Are you being intentional with your money? Are you tracking your expenses, saving for the future, and investing in opportunities? If not, now is the perfect time to start. Remember, your financial future is in your hands. By becoming more aware of your finances today, you're building the foundation for the life you want tomorrow. Let's end with one of the most crucial factors in your success journey: emotional control and resilience. Now, I know what you're probably thinking: how can emotions possibly relate to my success? But let me tell you, emotions are the invisible force that drives every decision you make, shapes how you interact with others, and ultimately determines how you handle life's challenges. Emotions are powerful. We've all felt the rush of excitement when we receive good news, or the weight of disappointment when things don't go as planned. And it's in these moments of intense emotion that we're often tested. The question is, when those moments come, and they will come, how will you respond? I'll share a personal story. Early in my career, I encountered a series of setbacks that nearly knocked me off course. I faced rejection after rejection, and there were days when I felt like quitting. In fact, there was a time when I was so overwhelmed by the fear of failure and the frustration of not making progress that I considered giving up on my dreams altogether. But then, something shifted within me. I realized that my emotions, my anger, my fear, my frustration were not my enemies. They were simply signals trying to tell me something. What I learned in that moment was this: emotions are not meant to control you, they are meant to be managed. And that's where emotional control comes in. The ability to pause, to take a step back, and to decide how you will respond to any given situation is one of the most empowering skills you can develop. Emotional control means you don't allow your emotions to dictate your behavior. You don't let anger or frustration cloud your judgment or lead you into decisions you'll regret later. Instead, you choose your response. You choose to rise above the moment and stay focused on your goals. But emotional control is only half of the equation. The other half is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to recover from failures, and to keep going when everything seems to be working against you. Resilience is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's what enables you to stand tall in the face of challenges and keep moving forward, no matter how tough things get. Let's take a moment to reflect on a simple truth: life is filled with setbacks and obstacles. No one is immune to hardship, no one is free from struggle. But here's what truly sets successful people apart: their resilience. They understand that failure is not the end, it's simply a lesson, part of the journey. They see every setback as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to improve. If you're able to control your emotions, you can stay calm in the storm. You can focus on solutions, not problems. And when you combine that with resilience, the ability to get back up every time you fall, you become unstoppable. No obstacle, no failure, no hardship will be able to hold you back. Now, how do you develop emotional control and resilience? It starts with awareness. You must be aware of your emotions, especially in moments of stress or frustration. When you feel that wave of anger or fear, take a deep breath. Pause. Give yourself a moment to process what you're feeling. Ask yourself, how do I want to respond to this situation? This simple act of awareness is the first step toward emotional control. Next, you need to develop emotional intelligence. This is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions in a way that's constructive. Emotional intelligence means you don't react impulsively, but rather you respond with thoughtfulness and clarity. It's about recognizing the emotions of others as well, so you can manage relationships and navigate social situations with confidence and grace. Resilience, on the other hand, is built through practice. It's developed by continuing to push forward, even when it feels impossible. Every time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And with each lesson learned, your resilience grows stronger. The more you practice resilience, the more you build the mental and emotional strength to handle whatever life throws your way. Let me remind you of something very important. Resilience does not mean you won't experience pain, disappointment, or fear. It means that you have the strength to face those emotions head-on without letting them control you. It means you can keep your eyes on your goals and continue to move forward, no matter how tough it gets. One key to developing both emotional control and resilience is to embrace a positive mindset. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the struggles or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means acknowledging the challenges, but choosing to believe that you can overcome them. It means choosing to believe in your ability to handle anything that comes your way. With this mindset, you can turn any setback into a stepping stone for your success. I want you to take a moment and reflect on the emotional challenges you faced in your life. Think about the times when your emotions got the best of you, when frustration or fear held you back. Then, think about how you might have responded differently with more emotional control and resilience. Can you see the difference it would have made? As you move forward, remember this life will test you. It will push you to your limits. But if you can master emotional control and build your resilience, you will be able to rise above any challenge. You'll be able to navigate life's obstacles with grace, patience, and confidence. And most importantly, you'll be able to achieve the success you desire because nothing will be able to stop you. In the end, emotional control and resilience are not just about surviving life, they're about thriving in it. They are the keys to becoming the best version of yourself, to achieving your goals, and to living a life filled with meaning, purpose, and success. The choice is yours. You have the power to control your emotions, to bounce back from adversity, and to keep moving forward no matter what. Remember, success is not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you rise. And with emotional control and resilience, you will rise again and again, stronger each time.